So at this point, you are now going to start putting the grades in. You'll have already marked up the board with pluses or minuses, or -5s for clothing, or 50s for absences, or 0s for non-participation, and all of those grades are going to go in here. So if you had a board that had all the students in alphabetical order, you might see Julian Armas, for example, on this page here, where his name appears at the top, but he may or may not have received any scores. So let's just say he came in, had all the right clothing on, did not get any pluses or minuses. You can actually just skip him. So we're just going to swipe left, and then we'll get to the next student. Now, when you get to Nicholas, let's just assume that he maybe got a plus. So in order to give somebody a plus, that means that they should have the 92 for the class, but then also getting an additional 4 points to get them up to a 96. So I'm going to click on the grades button down there at the bottom, which will pull up the grades screen. And we have options down here. So you've got the uniform. We're also looking at the long description underneath it if you needed to see exactly what that meant. This is credit for the class, so you will see that there's an 82 is the default grade, but if they got 4 minuses, you're going to click on 50. If they got 3 minuses, you click on the 58. If they got 2 minuses, you click on the 66. If they got 1 minus, you click on the 74, so on and so forth. If they didn't get any minuses at all, you would click on the 82. Down here is the pluses, so if the student received a plus, then you would click on this one. So 1 plus gets the 4, 2 pluses gets the 8, 3 pluses gets the 12. So for instance, if this student came in, had all the proper clothing on, and got A plus, what you're going to need to do is give them the 10 points for the uniform. So we do need to click that. If we don't, they're actually getting points knocked off. So now he's got a 10 out of a 100. Then we also need to click the 82, which is going to mean they now have full credit for the day, and then also click the plus. So you would be clicking the 10, the 82, and the 4, and you can now see up here that they have a 96 for the day in the class. All right, we're going to go ahead and do another one, so I'm going to swipe left. Luke Atkins, let's just say that Luke was having a hard time today and ended up getting a minus and didn't have the proper clothes on, so he got a -5. So we're going to, again, click down here on grades. So swipe that up. There we go. Let me try one more time. There it is, swiping up the grades. So he did not have on the proper uniform and got a -5. So we would click on that. And then coming down here, he also got a minus on the day. So 1 minus is going to be the 74. So we're going to click on the 74. And then he didn't get any pluses, so we leave this section alone. And then the student would have a 79 for the day. But we gave them the 5 points for the uniform and the 74 for the 1 minus. All right, one more is important. This always comes up with TAs is what if a student gets pluses and minuses? So for this example, let's say that Silas comes in and Silas did have all of the proper clothing on, so we're going to give them a 10. And let's say they got 2 minuses on the day. We still want to put in the 2 minuses because they're not worth the same amount. So the 2 minuses means I'm going to click on the 66. And if they also got a plus, then the 1 plus is a 4. So we can click on that as well. And now that student will have had the 10 points, the 66 for getting 2 minuses, but they did still earn 1 plus, which gets them 4 points back, and their total would be an 80 for the day. All right, that is the basics of it. And again, if you come across the next swipe, Nathan doesn't have anything, just leave it. Do not put anything in, leave it blank. Aviana didn't put anything in, nothing is on the board, swipe and leave it. If Alex gets a plus, then you open the grades, make sure to give them the uniform, come down to full credit for the class, and 1 plus for the day. Looking back up to the top, has a 96 for the class. All right, watch the video a couple of times if you need to, and then you can practice with the phones. Thank you for all of your help, and